Welcome back to the LCS Academy Summer Split. I am here with myself, Cubby, and Deserex after a banging game number 1 from Dignitas Academy, especially Insanity's Azir. I will say, I don't know if we got any thoughts on that. I know you covered it pretty extensively, Cubby, after that one, but man, that was some dirty gameplay there right after.
I don't know. It feels like there are just a few teams where if you give them Azir, they're too good at playmaking early, and then you cannot one-shot this champion later in the game anymore. So I think that Azir looking like it's a big winner of a durability patch meta, and I'm really curious to see what kind of answers we see. I think the only good one I've seen so far has been Seraphine and some Victor. So
also
outside of that, haven't seen it.
Yeah, also the Tony Top Jack's always a personal favorite of mine. But anyways, it is halftime. It is the between games segment, whatever you want to call it, because we are back here with another version of Academy Speedrun, where I will have both my casters each assigned a clip that I have chosen from the game that we just watched. Each one of them, as I announce them for the clip, will be describing the clip to the other person, without using any major names, no team names, no player names, nothing like that, no objective names.
Champion names?
The key here is the person that's getting it described to is going to be blinded. They will not be able to see the play. So the fun part is trying to explain the play in the duration of the clip to the person, and the other caster is going to have to guess what it is. We're going to go ahead and start off with our first clip.
Deserex.
So, Deserex, I'm going to have you go ahead and play some Trust here with me and cover your eyes, my good sir. Keep those ears wide open, but cover those eyes, my good friend.
I got you.
Oh, no. Those are some weird eyes. I'm going to go ahead and bring up the first clip. Cubby, you're on deck here. Now, I'm going to give you a couple seconds to get your bearings straight on what this clip is going to look like. As soon as we hit play, though, you've got to start describing for Deserex. And at the end, Deserex is going to try to guess what play it was. Now, we're going to go ahead and roll the clip. Cubby, you're up.
Huge TP flank. Bot. Earlier.
Huge TP
Early mid.
flank. Bot.
Huge TP flank.
Early mid. Huge TP flank. Huge TP flank.
That's all you're going to give him? Just
Split
that?
fight.
Oh, come on.
Split fight after.
Oh, God, I'm so lost right now.
All right, you can uncover your eyes. It is on the screen. Cubby kind of hinted you. I don't know. He had like a long clip, and then he just gave you a couple words. What play do you think it was? What play do you think it was? You have
I
the whole
have no
clip.
idea. I'm trying to refocus my eyes right now. My goodness.
Huge TP
okay, there we
flank.
go.
Huge TP flank.
Huge TP
Bot.
flank.
Bot.
Bot.
And then
Split
the
fight
flip
after.
Fight. Yeah.
That's what I said.
Huge TP flank.
I can't use team names. Sorry.
Okay.
That would have given it away, though.
It would have, yeah. Absolutely. Gotta make it hard somewhat. Come on now.
Was it Insanity's TP flank?
Let's go ahead and bring up the clip here.
I failed. I failed.
You
I
did
failed.
fail.
Agreed.
Let's go ahead and bring up the TP flip bot. This was afterwards, and this is what Cubby wanted to describe you to.
This is it? This is all you gave me?
This is all he gave me.
I'm sorry, man.
He
Oh, God.
It was stuck in his luggage. He hasn't got a chance to go get the storytelling aspect yet.
That's why you're a color. You're never coming to my play-by-play role.
Oh no! Hey, he used to. Shout out to Cubby.
Hey, you know,
I used to like his play-by-play, TBH.
You know, if we ever have, you know, like that one game where everyone troll picks at the end of the season, maybe I'll get a chance. But I feel like I've thrown away that opportunity early in the split.
Little bit.
I failed. That's like every color's dream.
Hey,
you get to
you know
team
what?
fight that one time.
You're sticking to the narrative Academy. It's about improvement. It's about development. It's about split-long progress. By the end of this split, your descriptions better be perfect. All right, we'll revisit that one.
I left Deserex on an island.
You did, absolutely. But now it is your turn to be left on an island, probably.
Let me.
As you're
going
going to,
some gear now
you're going to go ahead and close your eyes. Stop looking at your screen. I need to see your face so I know you're not looking at. Okay.
Hey.
You have stuff too. Oh
yeah,
my
man.
goodness! All right.
I got the league drip. This is about it. When you got the Earth thing, you got like one character for free, and Gragas is an all-time favorite of mine.
There you go. All right, I appreciate that one. All right,
this
we're gonna
is really
go ahead
awkward though,
and bring...
standing here like this.
It really is. We're gonna go ahead and bring
the
up the clip here for Deserex just to get your bearings straight. Give you a couple seconds to look at this one, break it down a little bit. Remember, You need to describe this to Cubby in the most general terms
I've
you
got
can
you, boss
possibly
man.
think of. Let's go ahead and roll that
No,
clip.
the-
Desrex, you're up.
Strand me.
All right.
I'll say
A
this.
Texan bullworm currently being thwacked at. I'm going in. Ninja moves. Going in. Nope, that belongs to me. That's not you. That's mine. I take this.
I
I'm
got
walking
it.
away
I
now.
got it.
Goodbye.
I got it.
What do you got?
It's the Baron steal.
Hey! I am
That's how it's
dying.
done,
I
Cubby.
am literally dying.
The ninja move and that's mine. That gave it away. I
No,
think
it
I'm
was
good now.
it's the Texan bullworm. All right, it's the Texan bullworm that got me.
bullworm.
I had to walk away from my desk for a second for that one. We're gonna look back at the clip. We did it. We finally got a play that was right. Great job. The description king is Desrex because he's able to get the Academy speed right here. It was an incredible play altogether, though, Cubby.
Yeah, if only Dignitas could have taken that Texas bullworm and moved it somewhere else, that might have been the solution.
Wrangle it.
Exactly. Right. You got to wrangle them suckers. But that game in all totality was pretty one-sided. And I will say, like, a lot of the things we were trying to set up at the beginning of the game didn't turn out to fruition for CLG Academy, and it was because of a lot of the domination that we saw through the mid lane and through the rest of the team of Dignitas Academy, Cubby.
And for CLG again, I mean I think that the draft is it is winnable. I think that the big issue for them is that they didn't have the side lane control to try and set up the poke. Every dragon fight, it felt like CLG were their second, and when you are their second with a poke comp, it's tough. Or like the one fight where Breezy tried to find the engage and CLG just wasn't there behind him. I think that's a couple of tough scenarios there for CLG. It took again a comp where if you land the poke with triple, you can try and fight the team that scales really heavily, but we never really saw any situations where that happened in the later stages of the game, and I think that's what really bit CLG at the end of the day.
I think I love all your analytics in that point. That close-up cinematic of the Azir soldiers, I didn't know they were actually people. They kind of freaked me out a little bit, I'm not going to lie. But... yes, the analytics, the gameplay, we had steals, we had crazy plays, Dignitas was overextending, Spawn was doing Zeri things. I think it was super important to highlight how chaotic this game also was, Desrex.
It was all over the place, and for the longest time, I'm going to be honest with you, I was not sure who was going to win. I kept feeling a breath of life coming out of CLG.
Yeah, the
with that
Baron steal kept it
Yeah, it
interesting.
was nuts.
Oh man, I just got to see this again. This was so much thanks to Breezy and a little bit of a slip up from XU on
Yeah.
it, but Insanity was too good to let that Baron really amount to much else. So I gotta watch that one more time. Wait
gotta
for it.
see
Wait
the
for it. The slow mo.
timings.
The slow mo.
The slow-mo.
there it is.
Oh, the
Mike!
kickback too. Yeah, it's just too good. And although everything comes down to in the end not favoring CLG, I still think it's those kinds of moments of brightness, those kinds of big play moments that you're still looking for from these rosters, and especially Rosethorn. I think that's super important, Cubby.
Again, cannot really speak enough to credit Rosethorn and what he's been trying to do for his team while he is subbing in. Obviously, a tough, not an ideal situation for him, but I think he continues to perform admirably in this game. So
I still think, I said it earlier as like a one-off, but I do want to talk a little bit more about it. Every time. This guy, okay, sometimes it doesn't work out, but when Tony Top gets his jacks,
we're gonna switch.
it's like the Adam Sandler meme, right? Or like I'm telling you, his jacks is nuts. I don't know how he keeps getting it. He doesn't care what kind of matchup he brings into it, and I think this top lane matchup did mean a lot for the rest of the game and how it panned out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he'll play it into anyone, Mazel. He really doesn't care. He will blind pick it. He doesn't care if his team's going to set him up in the draft. He just wants to play Jax. You should only let him play Jax in Academy, man.
I mean, if we're spending a lot of time talking about subs performing admirably, it'd be a shame for us to not mention Tony Top as well.
Absolutely.
Again, I feel like this is some of the best League of Legends I have seen Tony Top play as a sub. I think some of that is that he's sticking to comfort. Camille, GP, Jax, all champs that he's been comfortable on in the past, and I think it's really paying off for Dignitas as Tony Top doing his thing, getting priority in that top lane, and making sure that Dignitas never were going to fall vulnerable to a Kali Flanks or Corky Poke after that third dragon fight. It was all of them from there.
Very true. So quickly before we get to Champion Select, I do want to get your guys' takes on who do you think is stepping up for CLG Academy here in this next game? Who, or yeah, I guess in general, even if it's Dignitas Academy. Let's go with you, Desrex.
Given we're only going to have a few more matches of Rose Thorn, I'm still saying the same thing. I'm not going to slam the desk like I did with Soul, but Rose Thorn.
Why not? That's what I liked. All right.
Rose Thorn! All right, there you go.
I'm hoping that CLG steps up and bans Azir as that, or takes it for themselves. As I do not want to see Insanity with Azir anymore. He's 4-0 on it, or 3-0 on it. I should say it's too good.
So is that what we're saying? That it's just like if it's Insanity or Spyrax, we're no Azirs
yes.
anymore?
No, those two players are not allowed to have Azir anymore. It is proven. Unless you have like a Seraphine or a Victor game plan around it, that's it.
I'm going to deal as long as Tony Tap gets his Jax.
Yeah, I was going to say, everything balances out equally. Well, we'll see how it all pans out as our final game of day number 1 of week 2 is bound to kick off. Desrex, Covey, take it away.
All right, the last game of the day. Thank you so much, Mazel. But here we are, CLG Academy versus Dignitas Academy. Now is adaption time for CLG, and already taking one champion off the table. Not going to let XU get that Lee Sin again.
I think it's a respectful first ban. As of course XU, I'd say had an off game, a rare off game on the Lee Sin in the last one. As Breezy did a really nice job marking him and trying to make life difficult for XU playing solo engage, but still paying respect. As for the side of Dignitas, still expecting to see a lot of respect paid towards these bot lane bans. Seeing Senna, Lucian, Kalista removed primarily, and I'm curious to see if they end up removing Zeri as well, as Zeri feels like it's a strong champ in this meta, and I want to see if they want to play into it or if they just don't want to deal with it.
Yeah, so that comfort that you were talking, Tony Top likes to play. You don't have to adapt too much when you're allowed to just stay comfortable on those big slots.
Sorry, Desrex, it's no Jax, man.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I know it was your wish.
That means no Azir ban.
That's true. No Azir ban. It could be triple, taking it on 3, but. Yeah, I'm curious to see what ends up happening with that, as Insanity has looked so confident and comfortable on that pick. Again, as you mentioned, Desrex, 6 wins in a row now. It's a pretty long streak, as I get my wish in the end. Zeri's taken off the board. All eyes now to the Kalista. I would assume that Mash would want to play the Aphelios side into Kalista, but no. Okay, Mash can be comfortable on the Kalista himself. So looks like the champ will see a spawn answers with his comfort Aphelios.
So Kalista locked in for Mash. Now that will provide a lot of back-end damage when you're able to get that rend, as well as the early wave fights that you're looking for when you have this. So we'll see what the response is. Yeah, they're going for the Aphelios matchup. They're just going to get peel for the Aphelios and make sure that this Kalista never gets a solid engage to influence the early stages of that bot lane.
Again, you can use your guns to really try and control this matchup. Red-white, really good in the Kalista, can never truly jump in. Depending on what you pair it with, too. I always like Aphelios Braum into Kalista. It takes terrible, or it feels terrible as the Kalista, because Braum, if you take Exhaust, you can just run at Kalista, and if you auto her, she gets Winter's Bited with the passive. But nope, it's actually going to be JJ blinding that Renata. So denying one of these stronger combos that we've seen from Kalista, but potentially now for Breezy, could open up things like a Janna. If you want to get kind of out there with Kalista combos. I know Kalista Janna, not something we are used to seeing, but I swear it's good if you are able to play it. As we'll see what Breezy ends up deciding to go with.
You're still expecting something aggro just because of the Kalista draft? Hovering onto the Pyke, I mean, we can see anything really. We're still at the early stages of this patch, and there it is. We got a different aggro lane. You took away the Renata. We will take the Pyke.
Wow, okay, so Breezy maybe taking some notes, hopefully, from Busio. I always love Busio's Pyke. It's one of my favorites. But this is a very aggressive start for the side of CLG. And I really like this lock-in for XU, as there's a lot of value for Lamb's Respite against Pyke, against Viego, buying time in the team fights. But for the side of Dignitas now, I want to see him try and set up for some sort of tank. I think the Kennen ban, maybe even a Gangplank just to slow down these fights, is Dignitas very squishy. The only tankiness or survivability they really have is going to be stuck within that Lamb's Respite. So I want to see if Dignitas can find more ways to slow things down this game, try and dodge out to what is a dire snowball potential between Viego and Pyke.
Yeah, already the double marksman locked in for Dignitas. Waiting for that front line, Cubby, waiting for that front line. CLG however. You know, having that Viego will be a lot of comfort for Rosethorn, who's played so well on it whenever he's been able to grab the Viego. Especially in the spring split of Academy, he looked fantastic on that champion. I don't think he gave up a single game on it. As now we have like 2 resets going on here. You got the same thing with the Viego, you got the Pike. I want to see how this is all going to come together, because this looks like, honestly, an exciting competition that CLG can pull out.
Yeah, I want to see a Zero or Ornn here on the side of Dig. I think Ornn gives that tankiness, gives some engage for Dig that they're lacking. But also Azir, that Emperor's Divide is really valuable, especially with Lamb's Respite. You can use it to push people off the terrain. And yeah, that's going to be the combo for Dig. So I want to see Ornn now denied on the side of CLG. I think it's really good for them. I also really like the Victor pick. I did say that Victor, I like it into Azir. You can punish the gravity field if Azir goes in to try and counter with a stun and a lot of damage on the Victor. You do lose out a little bit early, but with Victor, you scale incredibly hard. And this is going to be a really good way to try and deal with Azir plus Aphelios. As now, Jenkins, see what he ends up going with. Again, I think that Ornn would be a great deny from the side of Dig, or I just pick something that I feel really comfortable with into the Ornn. And it's going to be Jenkins Gwen.
So grabbing that Gwen, looking at certain things here, you do have some short range that's coming out. More on the Kindred from the earlier stages. Hovering through for the Akali right now. This is something that is a little bit of a classic counter pick.
I would love this
to have here, but no, not going to go for it.
Hold on. Tony Top could go back. His Gragas is supreme. Okay, I'm not going to get my wish. Just sticking with the champions we've seen so far. Gragas did see some buffs on this patch, too. 2 seconds off the E is a big deal for him. So I'm wondering if we see Gragas sneak in. But no, will be the Camille. This is a match that you can run into the Gwen. And it does give Dignitas the ability to try and flank CLG and to start fights on their own terms, which I really like. If I am Dignitas, it is a good way to dodge out on Viego Pike resets by punching first. And I think that's what Dig's going to be trying to do. Utilize Camille, the hookshot, try and get around CLG, put them in bad positions where Insanity can capitalize off those engages. Where if I'm CLG, I think it's all about the early game. Get Rosethorn, Breezy out of lane, get them to try and hunt XU early and often, and utilize that to try and really knock Dignitas down a peg or two, because if Dig gets behind early, Pike Viego can snowball this game so incredibly quickly. So CLG, they've had a blistering early game so far this split of Academy. They need it to continue here if they want a chance to win this game.
And the performances we've seen out of XU on this Kindred have been phenomenal so far.
Yep.
The ability to generate early leads and get those early marks going. XU being targeted this time. I'm looking at the volatility of the top side. On top of that, I imagine Rosethorn would focus around towards that lane from time to time, trying to get Jenkins ahead.
It's an option. I think that for this game, Rosethorn should just really focus on bot. Just making sure that Callista Pike, if you support that side, they will get shoved early. Well, it depends on how the level one goes, if they get shoved early or not. They need to do something level 1 with the wave. They need to start in lane to have a chance. I think that's why we saw CLG 5-stack the bot brush. Because if you start in lane, you are able to really pressure the Aphelios Renata, should say. If you do not, and they are allowed to hit the wave at the same time as you, they will utilize the double range they have to get pressure. So, we'll see. Looks like Dignitas starting on that side. XU potentially pathing about the top, so could be some of the focus on the top side you were after for SRX.
Camille versus Gwen. Interesting matchup. Usually when you start to see one get a lead, it gets pretty difficult for the other to really handle it. Tony Top, you know, we've seen him on this Camille many times before, both in the amateur and academy spaces. The old thing is, like, if you do get that lead that was talked about earlier, that side lane pressure,
here we go.
Being able to hold down people with the Camille, but got to look at the bottom lane for the exchange that was just coming out. Still looking for that early wave fight.
And that is the key from Breezy Mash. You can see since they got to the lane first, they can step up and utilize the Pike hook to get some really positive trades early. Pike does a filthy amount of damage in the early stages of the game. So like the fact they're using that to hit that level 1, level 2 spike with that lane is really strong. Now the good news for the side of Dignitas that XU has already cleared out the entire bot side jungle, so cannot fall victim to any roams from Rosethorn that could be supported by Breezy. And so Dignitas will drop a little bit of CS early, but still it should be okay in this game.
Still watching that pathing for Rosethorn, who is headed towards that bottom side. Now clearing out his red buff. And the hard shove that's coming in from the bot lane, both Mash and Breezy. Level 2 is now coming in. Not able to get the fight they were hopefully looking for. We got to deal with that Renata that's over on the side of Dignitas this time, and very easily can shove people away, especially if you get the handshake when Breezy's looking to jump in. You can try and push him away to make that route a little bit less effective.
You can see early bot lane. That wave state's actually really good for Dig right now, as they have the freeze onto the melee character. Or I should say the melee support lane, so makes it really tough for Breezy to step up. Speaking of stepping up, Jenkins, you're in trouble, buddy.
Jenkins is too far forward. XE will hop in, but Jenkins!
Oh.
What? He takes down Tony Top and will still get a couple of autos in to make sure he gets an assist onto XE. Rosethorn showing right place, right time.
Man, I lied. I thought Jenkins was in trouble, but the fact that he had Ignite, had a level on Tony Top as well, he's able to turn that play around. And that's huge, the fact that he's able to survive that. He got the first blood kill. Tony Top did not, so Tony Top has no health potions in the top side. Jenkins does. And this lane, as you called out, SRX, it has a chance to be volatile. Jenkins has a lead early. That's huge.
I want to take a look. That level up, when did it come up? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's after he gets the first kill. But I love the focus from Jenkins. Again, just knowing I'm going to go on the Tony Top. Utilizes the fully charged up Q, levels up down. That allows him to punch out a bit more damage onto XU.
3 autos.
Yeah, the bonus 3 autos big, helping Rosethorn turn that around. Really well played by the top laner of CLG. They mentioned that he's great when he's left to his own devices, turning that around to the 1v2, and then having Rosethorn answer with the kill as well. Really good start for Jenkins in that top side.
Jenkins in pretty as he shoves that wave all the way to the tower of Tony Top. Now the attention put onto the bottom lane. Breezy just trying to stop the recalls over there on that bot side. You are getting some pathing from XU. Headed towards that lane, headed towards that direction with strong vision control. Really set up early from Dignitas towards Drake.
And you can see Breezy doing a decent job of pressuring, but we'll have to utilize the dash to dodge out on some damage from the Renata. And overall, honestly, it's been a good start for the bot lane of Dignitas again. Those early levels from Pyke Callista, if you eat too many hook shots, can be, or bone spears, I should say, it can be dire. And the fact they've been able to dodge out on most of them is big. Now, we're going to have to set our sights mid lane as Rosethorn crossing through mid as he crosses to his map, and unfortunately, going to find his Raptors being taken by XU. That's a mark.
But he wants to take XU's life after seeing that.
Yeah.
We'll hunt him down. The red buff auto already providing a form of slow to be able to get him.
That's an ult.
Secure that down. Another pickup coming in. Tripple's grabbing that kill.
Real greedy from the side of XU. Going in, burning flash, going down. That's a pretty big mistake coming out of the jungler of Dignitas. Is trying to take a camp, ends up losing his life, and gonna set Dignitas a little bit far behind. Again, if Dig get behind in this early game, the potential that CLG has to snowball this game out of control, they are a terrifying team. Really up till the 15-minute mark, and Dig has to be very, very careful about navigating through that. So far, I'd say they haven't done a great job in CLG. We talked about their blistering early games. Again, the highest goal differential at 15 in all of Academy after week 1. They had a gold lead at 15 after the last game. Weren't able to turn it into a win, but it was a good start, and another good start here for CLG.
CLG off to the races, getting kills pretty much everywhere you want to, minus the bottom lane where Dignitas is finding at least some level of measurable success. Triple, Rosethorn, Jenkins, stellar players. Dignitas still holding their control in that bottom side.
And we'll see if CLG, speaking of bot lane control, can at least turn the Callista Pyke lane into a first Dragon take. As I think if they look for Dragon now, could be nice for the side of CLG. Again, just to start to stack those up and have a way to answer the affiliate scaling as this game goes on. Not like the scaling gets too hard out of control for CLG, but I am concerned about the dive comp they have into Renata as this game goes on, as a big Renata will really change the landscape of these team fights. But it looks like CLG at the moment, while they are posturing around this dragon, we are 30 seconds away from the Rift Herald. That is the better objective in the early game. I want to see if CLG maybe swaps their focus up there.
All that vision control from earlier now being denied away,
Flash.
but Dignitas will still go through with the engage
No
on
flash.
Rosethorn. Rosethorn, flashless, trying to run away from this one. The gravity field put up. Oh, the stun goes through. Rosethorn's going to survive thanks to triple.
That should be Dragon now going over to Dignitas. You can see their bot wave's done a great job stacking up these two lanes, but we'll see how hard Rosethorn pushes around the top side. That red buff will be his for sure. Does he go for the Rift Herald after as Breezy?
Ooh, handshake onto Breezy. Breezy will quickly dash on out of that one. With XU stealing away, some of those camps still waiting for the potential of that Dragon Tail.
And this is the curious part. Does Rosethorn start up that Rift Herald? Looks like he is. So going to be a trade of objectives as Dignitas will take that first Dragon. But again, I really feel like CLG trading up with the Rift Herald. At least if you are the side of Dignitas, you are getting something early.
So Rift Herald for Drake. XU going to be able to grab that one, who has 2 of his marks so far on his Kindred. Always got to keep a very close count on that and the breakpoints for Kindred.
And for CLG, this game, I want to see if they can utilize this Rift Herald to really try and break open bot. I think that, again, if you are able to free up this Pyke early, you really have an opportunity to make plays. Besides one bonus gear, we haven't really seen Breezy be able to make plays on this Pyke. As it's been nice lane and wave management coming out of spawn, but also, trying to deal with some of the laning prowess that Renata has can be difficult. If you aren't able to cash in early, things can get hard as Pyke.
So now as we get closer and closer to that 10-minute mark, you're seeing Rosethorn's attention head towards this top side. Looking to help out Jenkins here. Tony Top pushing the wave forward. This is going to give Jenkins an opportunity to try and freeze up here. Pulling Tony Top a little bit closer, and it works out. They jump onto Tony Top. He will fall. The play successful for CLG.
And I was asking for the Herald bot to try and free up Pyke, but I would not be surprised to just thrown down top here to help continue to funnel Jenkins as Tony Top does have the TP. XU is here to try and answer, but another visit from Rosethorn to the top lane really lends a ton of success here to the side of CLG. Is actually, that's very aggressive.
XU trying to defend this tower.
Okay.
Yeah, he will be able to defend it, so not going for
No
the
Herald.
dive there. Rosethorn not getting the stun, pretty much guaranteed that XU is going to be fine.
No Herald drop, so we'll have to see where Rosethorn goes with that next, as we do see him sprinting towards his bot side. I still want to see them try and do something bot as Mash starting to fall a little bit behind the power curve here of the Kalista Felios lane. As Felios, of course, the more levels Felios gets, the better things get for the side of Dignitas and Spawn. As his most played champion from the spring split, I believe it's 18 of Felios plays. Looking good again here in summer.
Now with Rosethorn and this whole meta, we've seen so many junglers who are focused on going to the bot lane because of that volatility. The Kalista and the Pyke. Rosethorn is one of the few ones who still puts his attention towards this top side. He did a lot in week 1 trying to set up over on that top side for Jenkins. Sometimes to a detriment. Sometimes he was waiting behind that, behind the tower bush for way too long. But this time it seems to be working. Focusing up for Jenkins to get ahead over there, and a 2-kill lead. What can you say?
You left that little Krug go though, man. That's BM.
Sad.
Yeah, I know, that little Krug.
It's motherless.
It means the most as the other Krugs.
What will it do? Orphaned.
Something I was asking for this game, Breezy to get out of lane, try and set up. I think Tony Top is aware of this. And JJ also, really nice hover here from the side of Dignitas, but this is the playmaking potential that the Pyke-Viego duo has. As you can see, Breezy trying to get something done, but Dignitas playing very defensive on their side of the map. As Breezy not be able to find anyone. Looks like he's cruising back bot.
So after the little burst of action that we had earlier from CLG, in going rather to a lull state as we wait for the next objective timer to come up, and that objective coming up in the next minute 25 will be the Mountain Drake. XU is still focusing over towards this top side. Unfortunately, has been having a harder time to acquire a lot of those marks in a timely manner.
It was a rough start for XU. Fortunately, he's recovered all right with his CS. It's just that his lanes have somewhat paid for it. The fact that Rosethorn has had first move. You can see some of the laning differentials there, especially triple on this Victor. Again, triple. Historically, you'd think this is a really good meta for triple. on the Victor Azir being meta always feels great if you are triple. So good to see him playing this matchup out very well in the mid lane. So for the top lane, Rift Herald being dropped, more plates being granted over to Jenkins.
Ooh, a stun on a Tony Top. They're just going to dive him outright, and Jenkins grabs the kill. Puts down the hollow, but it's not enough. A shutdown going in for Tony Top after the cash in and the plates.
Be first brick. Rosethorn gonna push this all the way out, so we'll see if Dignitas do take the second dragon off this, but again, I feel like this is worth it for CLG, because look at that gold graph at the moment, SRX. 4K gold lead early for the side of CLG in this game. They have been dominating early.
That XU only just getting his third mark right now, as he cleared out and was able to steal that camp, but another charge coming out from Shelly, opposing jungler Rosethorn, who is playing towards that top side. You can see that 1K lead coming out from Rosethorn. There's such an influx of gold that went through thanks to that crash while the plates were up.
And you can see CLG, Jenkins actually just TP'd mid. They really do not want to give over this dragon. I think Jenkins TPing mid, given how strong Jenkins is at this stage of the game, already has that Riftmaker completed. Dignitas knows they cannot contest this, so they will back off and look elsewhere as CLG gets the second dragon.
And of course that push that Rosethorn did, setting up that dragon, allowing the Rift Herald to get that second charge onto the top tower, and just keeping Tony Top locked down over there. He doesn't have teleport, so there's no other way for him to get free. Good start coming out from CLG. As the turret plates do fall, start heading towards the early stages of the mid game.
And again, really feel like we have to keep our eyes on Breezy and Rosethorn. If any bone skewers land, that will be flashes being forced out of the side of Dignitas, and an opportunity for CLG to really start pushing the pace of this game. On the side of Dig, I think they have to weather the storm here a little bit, as it is going to be tough running for them. And I think it's really important on their side that they do not get picked off by the side of CLG, but also they have to fight on Lamb's Respite. I think that's really the one way that they have an advantage, utilizing that and the terrain difference that you can have with Emperor's Divide. I think if they are able to combo somehow with that, push CLG off on Lamb's Respite, that could be big for the side of Dig, but still, I don't think they can fight this at the moment, and Dig also wiser to it. Going to play very cautiously around this Rift Herald, and most likely see it.
Right now with CLG, it's a storm. You don't want it to become a hurricane when Reset City begins to happen for CLG. Dignitas kind of posturing forward here, going to get the handshake on the Rosethorn, but Rift Herald's already taken. CLG were able to secure it. Push coming from the bot lane. Jenkins and Tony Top going to meet over there. Very low turret over in the top side tier 2, but overall going to a neutral state after that last neutral take.
Man, I hate how that ability is called Handshake on Renata. I love saying Handshake so much when it comes to this game. You know, it feels like a lot of things are handshakes, and that ability is not a handshake. If it lands, Renata wins, not the enemy.
How many more words are they going to take, Cody?
I'm a simple man. I want, you know, I want things to be factual. I mean, they already took Pointed Steel Caps away from us. That was tough. Or I should say Ninja Tabby for Pointed Steel Caps. That's a downgrade in my opinion.
I completely agree with that. I still call him Ninja Tabby. It doesn't matter to me.
All right, I respect it. You're an OG.
Ooh, look at this potential right here coming out from Rosethorn. He's setting up for a dive right now. Insanity falling a little bit low.
Kelly gonna get slammed into that mid outer, and again we can see Triple with this Leandries on the Victor doing a really nice job utilizing the bonus range you have against Azir, just poking Insanity out. As here we go, Breezy
coming in. Tony Top takes a good chunk of damage there and gets pulled back in through the Bone Skewer. Tony Top gets the damage on the Breezy though. That's going to chase Breezy away. Jenkins and Breezy, that combo, not able to get that 2v1 kill.
Was a really nice ult there from Tony Top, using the Hextech Ultimatum to dodge out on that empowered snip from Jenkins. So one of the reasons Tony Top was able to survive, but the revisit here, now Rosethorn's here.
XU is here as well, looking to help out, but chases away Breezy. It's enough presence to just make sure Tony Top is going to be safe after all that pressure CLG were applying.
CLG will see if they can continue the pressure. They will take down this mid outer turret. As CLG continue to really drive home this early gold lead. They've grown it to 4.5k. And we'll see if Dignitas even wants to sniff out a contest for this upcoming dragon. As again, Dignitas over time, we've seen what Azir can do. We've seen what Aphelios can do at the later stages of the game. We've also seen what Victor can do. So I don't think it's like a doomsday outscale on the side of CLG. They have ways to contest the scaling of Dig. I still think that Dig, as this game goes on, though, is going to have a lot of things going for him. So I think time's a bit their friend, especially looking at the support matchup. And we'll see, CLG, how hard they push the face here. We're here from the side of Dig.
There it is, the hostile takeover. The bait bush coming right through for Dignitas, but is it enough?
Oh,
Jenkins is making that answer no right now. Tony Top trying to get away, but he's going to get a haircut coming out, courtesy of Jenkins. Another snip onto JJ and Breezy. X marks the spot. We'll grab the kill, CLG. Looking to close out this fight, but Insanity is now here, and he's on the Azir. Mash going to show up, but chased away by Spawn. Insanity jumps in and gets the kill onto Jenkins.
I don't know how Dig made that a 3 for 3, because that fight started out abysmally for the side of Dignitas. Look at XU. He has flash and ult up. He went down without using either one of those tools, and somehow in the back half, Spawn and Sanity coming in late were able to at least even things out in the side of Dig.
Got a slugfest on our hands, Cubby. What a war coming out from both of these squads. Insanity still looking good on the Azir, even with this deficit coming out.
Still should be the Dragon going over to CLG, but this even surprised me. I knew XU was here. I did not realize JJ also snuck his way into this rush as CLG caught off guard, but we do have to go back to live as JJ.
We caught out, but Mash caught out even more. Looks to back out, has to flash. Now turning the tides, looking for Tony Top. Jenkins able to join the fight. XU staying alive with the Lamb's Respite, but there's the ultimatum. Tony Top gets dropped by Rosethorn. Getting chased away as Dignitas. Rosethorn looks for JJ. Can't close the distance onto him. Insanity jumps in, has to back out immediately. Rosethorn onto him, triple. Gets the kill. Now Mash trying to stay alive, trying to get the autos, but gets shut down courtesy of XU. The kills are returned though. All 5. CLG with the ace. Nope. Still trying to get it onto JJ, but he will escape.
And it will be Dragon following the CLG and Dig. I think they thought with all the cooldowns down, they could win out on the fight. I have to see what happened, though, with Insanity's Emperor's Divide, because Insanity, he's in the Death Chamber. I see that ultimate off cooldown. I think he wasn't able to get it out against CLG, and the CLG, they wiped the fight. They pushed the gold lead even further, Deserex, as they're now up 7k gold. They have 2 dragons to their name. It's a Hextech Soul this game. And CLG, this time around, it really feels like this early game lead is too much for Dig to handle.
Want to see how that unfolded again, because this was a very prolonged fight,
Okay, so the Azir, the ult was still coming off cooldown from the last fight, as he doesn't have it. And I really like how CLG just retreated into the choke and played around Bone Spear. I think that was a big difference in this one, because look at Breezy landing that on Insanity. Insanity goes down before he gets that Emperor's Divide up. It's about a 3-second gap until he gets that one back. On the back half, XU, he did have the flash and the Lamb's Fight that he did not use in the last one. Used it to at least trade out 1 kill, but still, it is CLG winning out heavily on the play, and really good stuff from CLG playing around Bone Spear. Breezy landed 2 clutch ones that fight, isolated members of Dig, and allowed for CLG to get Rosethorn that first reset and take him out 1 by 1.
And look at CLG now posturing up towards his top side. They did the damage in the bot lane with that last fight that broke through. Now making sure that their vision is established and strong over towards this Baron side. It is still a very high damage composition on Dignitas, so you got to respect the fact that you can get the potential for a Baron sneak there, but you also got to respect Jenkins down here in the bottom lane. Tony Top, a little bit of pressure coming through.
That is a Gnasher's Tooth Gwen, and CLG really trying to push the pace. Now they know the lead that they have. They're trying to take advantage of the fact that Tony Top cannot join this fight. It would be a 4v4 with a Callista Smite on their team. But we'll be a little bit wiser to it as they just take a step back. Gonna go manicure those waves. And Dignitas really backs up against the wall in this one. CLG looking to even this best of 2 up.
CLG right here, right now, 21 minutes into this. Strong lead coming out for them, as they are only 7k in the lead. I say only, but man, what a strong performance. And now with another tower going down, the pressure now applied. We still got 2 minutes, 50 seconds before the Dragon does spawn, and CLG are starting to position in the jungle of Dignitas, getting the deep vision over there, looking for a pick out, and trying to make sure that XU is not going to get these marks so easily, not going to be able to farm so easily. Still trying to mark Rosethorn now, and now setting up for the dive into the bottom lane. The turret's going to be taken, so Tony Top has no safety. Ultimatum comes out. Tony Top trying to use that to disengage, but there comes the payback. It is not found in time. Breezy in the fight, tries to get Bone Skewer, but will not get it. It's a kill going over Spawn. Spawn able to stay in it, but Rosethorn with the resets over the wall. Another one grabbed Mash, able to secure that one as Dignitas suddenly lose 3. They were only able to grab Breezy.
And if CLG are able to make it to the fight, they are too big. Triple TPing in. This Victor is massive this game, Desirex, as there is no chance that Dignitas has to keep up with the DPS of Triple's Victor. And CLG going to use that teamfight win, clear out mid lane. They're starting up this Baron.
Starting it up, and not a thing that Dignitas can do about it. The death timer is still afflicting them right now. Insanity would have to make the play of a lifetime alongside Spawn, and they are grouping up, though. They are grouping up. It is a choke point. Gravity Field goes out, and now over the wall comes Insanity. They instantly back out. Insanity's by his lonesome, and he gets tunneled onto and taken down. Baron going over to CLG, but they're looking for more as they try and jump onto Spawn. Spawn looking for the run, but Rosethorn lays the blade into his back, and the payback will not pick back up Insanity. He is down, and CLG are marching straight forward for structures.
What a game from Rosethorn, Desirex, as he has been so good. Honestly, I know CLG dropped this one. I thought Rosethorn had some nice moments, had some nice early games, but man, his Viego, it was his best champ with Golden Guardians in 2021 summer. And with CLG subbing in again, he has stepped up huge as him and Triple have been massive in this game. Not getting Dignitas any chance to scale, any chance to get on the map in the later stages. And shutting Dignitas down in this one.
CLG now posturing towards the bottom lane. They're looking to slowly take this one back into their favor when it comes to the series score as they start wailing way onto this tower. Dignitas, no real answer right here. They have to respect this Baron-empowered push and the threat that CLG are bringing. It is Reset City waiting to happen because Rosethorn, as he mentioned, such a threat to have, but Breezy on this pike. Another reset waiting to happen. Insanity able to get the Emperor's Divide, tries to go in, and there's the Lamps Respite. It's making sure that Insanity will stay alive. Rosethorn will still pick him up, though, and find the reset. Rosethorn on fire, but can't find the next one onto JJ. It will stop. It will temper CLG from continuing the siege.
Nice use of flash there by Insanity. The scoop and score. At least a 2v2 for Dignitas. It shuts down the Baron push. Shuts down, or nets themselves some shutdown gold as well. As CLG on the back half, this Dragon should be theirs. This game still in tough shape here, Desirex, but good play by Insanity as he's trying to keep his team in this game, but still looking really grim.
Incredibly grim. They've managed to defend their inhibitor towers, though, so not going to have to deal with super minions just yet. They're still holding their base. The defense is there for Dignitas, and still going to give them windows. Insanity is still scaling. Insanity is still trying to get towards that late game. You know, XU still acquiring those marks, and you still have Spawn on Aphelios working towards that third item. There are tools there that can come online for Dignitas, but it is a far cry considering we have a 15k gold lead.
I mean, Insanity's trying to scale, but it feels like Triple already has on this Victor.
Oh, yeah.
Look at how thick this guy is. He's got a Death Cap, Shadow Flame, even 10 stacks on the Dark Seal if he wants to take the BM book to try and wrap this one out. Triple, again, Control Mage meta is a meta that we always see Triple excel in. His Victor, his Azir, two champions that he has been fantastic at throughout his career. And playing out this matchup again, I feel like Victor is one of the champions that you can play into Azir. Triple proving it. Doing very, very well this game.
Looking so good in later stages. Always the team fight phases is what impresses me the most about Triple. His ability to stay onto those priority targets, to position well, make sure he's not caught out, giving up this shutdown that he's acquired. 700 gold, 7-0-6 is Triple.
And we'll see if Dignitas can even get out on the map in this one, Desirex, because again, it feels grim. And it's a 15k gold deficit. Pike, you know, giving some stimulus checks to his homies on the team, helping drive that one up, as it feels like a bit of an inflated gold lead. I'm trying to make more economic references here as this game again switches over. And Tony Top
with the
Not
stun
here by
coming through.
Roseborn,
There's
okay.
the handshake. Pulls
Hold on.
Roseborn back in. Some damage coming through
Hold
from
on.
XU. And right now, the Resurrection, Guardian Angel being procced by Rosethorn. Out comes the hostile takeover, but here is Jenkins looking to snip onto Dignitas. Mass chasing through as well. Dignitas almost having a chance there, but always remember that lead too strong for CLG as they pick up a kill onto Tony Top.
All right, hot take. Honestly, losing a member there for GA is more valuable for Dignitas. What do you think?
Hot take?
It's
You
a
know
hot
what?
take.
I don't think it's that hot. I do think Rosethorn being able to stop him from diving so deeply into the backline so
Now,
safely.
If they get 2 inhibs, I lie. Right now, it's a good trade. We're going to have to see.
We're going to have to see. Going for it right now. Jenkins is already grabbing one.
Okay, never mind. You know what? No inhibitor falls. It could be worse. At least it might give them some hope for the dragon fight. Because if Hextech Soul goes over to CLG, then it's over. That's why I think it's all right. That's my hot take of the day here, Desrex.
Yeah, I'm with you on it. I completely feel you.
Yeah.
I'm not going to challenge you on this one.
Hell
I'm not
yeah.
going to be mad magical and just argue with you all day.
Wow, I love this. This is new. I'm not used to this at all.
Ooh, Rosethorn. He's just edging in, but with a 1v4, I'm pretty sure he's not looking to take that fight. You're not that far ahead, buddy, but 4, 2, and 12. Still looking pretty with that Divine Thunder. Still waiting for that cooldown that you had mentioned, the Guardian Angel. Fortunately taken by Dignitas in that last fight. Baron coming up in the next 25. Dragon, minute 25.
We got Triple having... I was going to make some sort of James Bond joke, but that's 707 instead of 007. It's New Age James Bond. He's got all the tech he needs. That's something similar.
I mean, hey, 707, drop the bass. If you're familiar whatsoever with any music productions, best
There we
kicks you
go.
can possibly listen to. And
There we go.
right now, Triple is kicking some booty.
Yeah, CLG trying to kick Dignitas to the curb here and match the series scores. JJ. Ooh, does dodge out on enough. The true objective here for CLG, I like how they're controlling the Baron. I would not start that. I just play for the Dragon. A lot easier to melt. Hextech Soul is really strong. It's Breezy. That's very aggressive.
Gets you in. Now chasing
Flash.
away
Oh,
Breezy,
boy.
so that's the flash burn right now. Dignitas
All right.
still holding line, but
Yeah,
not
not
willing
bad.
to chase the fight.
Not bad for the side of Dignitas. At least they have a few things to punish now. You have a GA being down on Rosethorn, Flash being down on Breezy, who has half health. Again, Pyke, as this game goes on, gets really tough to pilot. You see Breezy now down to a quarter health, or third health, I should say, from Insanity. As Insanity can throw up that passive mid, and at least try and give Dig a chance to fight for this Dragon. Dig down a ton of gold, but their comp, as things go further, it has potential. If they are able to dodge out on the Pyke, Bone Skewers, and use the Lamb's Sight to try and fake being tanky, as Rosethorn actually is caught.
Ooh, follows through over the
wow.
wall with the ultimatum. Rosethorn caught completely out of
No
position.
GA.
Will get dropped by Tony Top.
But at what cost?
GA's down, and now Jenkins gets an inhibitor into the bot lane.
X-Tech
Teleport's
Soul
being
as well.
channeled here, and oh my goodness, look at this. It's going to be a split for Dignitas. They have to respond to Jenkins.
And that's a Hextech Soul on Gwen. They can't stop it as Insanity going for desperation mode.
Oh, pulls him in. Able to get one kill, but Insanity has to go golden. Now Mash joins the fight. They're buying time for Jenkins over here, and they're doing
no
well
Baron.
with this fight. There's no chance for Dignitas to go after this Baron. Tony Top still trying to stop
Triple
Jenkins,
STP,
but
triple
Jenkins
STP.
doesn't care. Jenkins is just going after the Nexus Tower. Jenkins wants to close this. Here comes the teleports, and CLG, they don't need to take a fight. If CLG are going to win this, they're going to win it on their terms. They're not going to wait for Dignitas to just turtle all day. Triple comes in, and now still looking to close out. XU
He's so
jumps in.
big.
There's the gravitational field. Out comes the Lamps Respite. JJ walking into it as well, but Triple walks out and waits for it to get popped. XU destroyed. Triple is legendary, and one more to just go for the road and take it home. A double kill for Triple as CLG. What a chaotic close, Cubby.
Ended it in style though, Desterex, as Triple 10-0-8 on this Victor. Victor, a champion that on the last patch in Amateur is 15-1 in our Proving Grounds tournament, and Triple playing it to the maximum degree here against Azir as he knocks Insanity off that win streak on the champion, and he takes down Dignitas in the second game of this series.
What in the world
That was
was
fun.
that close?
That was a nice finish. That was a quiet game, and that was just a banger finish.
Oh yeah, a very slow ramp up, but man, when it ramped up, we went exponential with that ending, Cubby.
I'm here for it. I'm here for it. You know, keep it interesting. It's Academy. Got to reward the fans.
Jenkins with that final push. Caution to the wind right there. Didn't care. Knew how strong the lead was. Knew how far ahead CLG were. So I'm just taking down. I'm just taking down towers, bro. I'm just taking towers. It's all right.
Yeah, Hextech Soul is a big difference maker there. So Jenkins making the most of that. CLG making the most of that game too, as they even the score, and both champs stick around at, both teams stick around at 5-3 now after our first day of week 2.
A fun series to close out our broadcast, but broadcast not done just yet because we got to get Mazel over here to have an interview with one of our winners, so we will be right back. Be sure to watch.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Verizon post-game interview. I am joined by CLG Academy's mid laner Triple after a redonkulous game on the Victor. Honestly, this series just felt like it was you and Insanity trading blows over and over again. Is that kind of how you came away from it?
Yeah, I suppose. I feel like we're both not amazingly better than each other, but we're just picking up kills randomly across the map. So I guess he got a bunch of kills early in the first game, and I did in the second game. So that's cool.
Not too bad to tie up the series itself and getting to flex your muscles a little bit there. Now, CLG Academy as a whole, right? Starting off 5-3, we're done with day number 1 of week 2 now. So you played a decent amount of games. How do you feel yourself, Triple, coming into this summer split for CLG?
I mean, honestly, I just wish there would be a split where there's no visa issues and all that stuff, but unfortunately, we have to play with 2 different rosters now, and
Yeah.
the roster we were practicing with is obviously not this one. So once all that is like out of the way, then I think we're gonna be doing a lot better. Like having to play with the coach and everything, like we've literally not scrimmed with this guy either. So
It makes it a little bit more difficult.
considering that, I think we're doing pretty well, 5-3. Obviously not ideal. 8-0 would be ideal. But
true,
hey, it
very
is what
true.
it is.
It is what it is. You got to make your way through the season as it sees fit itself. Speaking of your adaptations and stuff, something that's super important in this meta right now is adaptation in mid jungle as well. Have you been able to find a good communication pattern with Rosethorn while he's stepping in for Kevy?
Well, it's not anything like foreign to me working with Tim or
Yeah,
Rosson,
absolutely.
because we've been working together for a while, and I was actually friends with him before we worked together anyway. So, no, I don't think it's like too bad. We're pretty aligned on what we want to do, and usually we're moving around together, so that's cool.
Hey, y'all were popping off today in that second game for sure. I did hear
Thank you.
from a little birdie that you like to play a little bit of off roll in your solo queue games, a little bit of ADC. I'm an ADC myself, nowhere near good, but maybe you could give me some cues. What is your favorite off roll or your favorite ADC pick here, Triple?
I would say it's probably Kaisa. Like it's been Kaisa, just cause like I don't really know. Like she just makes random fights happen and just does so much damage, and she
You
jumps
can always
around,
just
so it's
go
so
in.
fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Exactly.
nah, I've been playing like so much off roll lately that my coaches are like, "Oh, maybe you should stop playing off roll."
Oh no!
Like
Just
the
tell him it'll
coaching
give
thing
you
is
your
like,
killer instinct.
literally, like coaches say you guys should play off roll because it helps you learn other roles. But I guess I'm having a bit too much fun these days.
Too much fun in the ADC position. Just speaking a little bit about solo queue and speaking about the roster that will be. Did you ever get to play a little bit of solo queue with Kevy and Os?
I mean, as far as I can remember, I did play a couple games with him. But we didn't really know each other back then, so
Yeah.
he's just that kind of mechanical kid, rank 1, spamming everyone, that kind of stuff. But I'm sure like that is the best base for like a League of Legends pro, I would say. So
Yeah.
we'll see how he
I
is when he
like
comes in.
it.
I'm excited.
Yeah, very, very true. Now, CLG Academy themselves run. You guys won regular season last split, right? Like the regular portion before Proving Grounds itself. Ambitions should be high for you guys. I feel. Do you feel pretty confident coming in the new season, even if with the 5-3 start, right? Like, do you feel like the structure is there for you guys to really have a good season towards the end of it?
Well, if I've learned anything about the PG format, it's like regular season just does not matter, and like the seeding is so scuffed. So yeah, if anything, like 100 Thieves were like signed like 8th or 9th in regular season, and they came 2nd with like some crazy late season resurgence. So I'm not saying I want to do that, but I'm just saying
Yeah.
like we should just focus on the long term. So I'm not too fussed about the results really.
I like it. It's all about growth and development. That's what we're here for in Academy itself. Want to give you a little quick moment. Do you have any shout outs? Anybody you want to talk about here before we let you go?
Shout out to my team. Shout out to my girlfriend. Shout out to my family. I don't know, man. Shout out to everyone.
By the way, sick New Jersey. The
Thank you.
CLG jerseys coming through clutch. The background, everything matches so nicely. Thank you so much, Triple. I appreciate getting to chat with you, and go enjoy the comeback win there a little bit and get ready for tomorrow.
Of course. Thank you so much.
Alrighty, I'm going to bring back Cubby and Desrex to wrap up the day. We got to hear a little bit from Triple, some of the adaptations that have had to come through for CLG Academy. 2 splits in a row, really, Cubby.
Visa issues, it's never ideal, but I think CLG have put up an admirable start. I mean, 5-3. What else can you ask for? Playing with multiple subs. I think that Rosethorn is playing great. I love Triple talking about his time working with Tim as well, and really looking forward to seeing what this team can do once they get their full roster, and if the members they have playing at the moment can continue the level of play that we've seen.
I'm still waiting for Meech, man. I'm still waiting for Meech.
I got to give it a little shout out to Rosethorn. You know, really having a good impact on today, and having a decent amount of success in the moments that he has. I know we've talked about it so much today, but we had a heck of a day of games. It's been 3 full best of 2 series. We've had some fun along the way, and I think that it's important to highlight, you know, some of those developments that we have seen even in the early parts of the split, even if we're only a week and a day in, right? Like, I still think we've seen some serious growth, and now seeing Busio, the full 100 Thieves roster back in, everything kind of coming together here, Cubby.
Is this where I get to have my overreaction about how good 100 Thieves
let's
looks?
do it.
Please do. Go.
Top 2. That's how 100 Thieves looked at the moment. Top 2 team. They absolutely just blitzed TSM. I love the comps. I love the strategy they had. I thought it was a good patch read as well. I really am looking forward to seeing if they can continue that tomorrow. And I mean, if Busio Tenacity continue to play at the level they do, shout out to Jimmy as well, had a monster Kali game. These guys have insane hands, and if they can play like that as a team, they're going to be a really tough out in PG.
I love that you spoke a little bit about tomorrow, though, because we do have another full slate of games on the docket tomorrow over here on the twitch.tv/Academy stream. It'll be kicking off with Dignitas Academy versus Team Liquid Academy. That is a do not miss matchup right there. That is a banger. Then we're followed by Immortals Academy versus FlyQuest Academy, another fun one. Rounding it out with Evil Geniuses Academy versus 100 Thieves Academy. Now on stream B, which will be path to LCS, we have TSM Academy versus CLG Academy. And then we'll have Cloud9 Academy versus Golden Guardians Academy. So another fun round of games there, Desrex. You have any that stand out?
I'm very jealous of the Academy stream for tomorrow, because that's gonna be Joshi, Magical, and Sierra, and they get that Dig versus TL game. Man, that one's gonna be a banger.
That's a good one, yeah.
You got any that stand out to you, Cubby?
I'm looking forward to seeing if TL can. I mean, first off, I have to check what TL did today. I don't know if they 2-0'd or not. I think I saw them at least grab 1 game, but I am interested to see if they can recover from that 0-2 they faced at the end of last week against CLG. They are still, you know, who I think is a top team, but everyone's gunning for them. You heard it from Diamond in the interview today, and I'm really waiting to see if anyone can consistently topple TL or if they still are top dogs.
Well, as the season unfolds, it has been an absolute pleasure to kick off yet another week in the Summer Academy split. I want to give a huge shout out to Esports Engine behind the scenes, making everything tick and making us look so good on camera. They are the true champions, but as well as the players on stage, or I guess in facilities rather. Wouldn't be here without them. The audience for tuning in.
We make it a
Thank
stage
you
for 'em.
so much for sticking with us throughout these long days and so much action on the Rift. It has been an absolute pleasure. We will see you tomorrow, same time, same place, and we'll see you on Summoner's Rift.
been destroyed.